Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of our Interview of the Week segment on our channel, The Power of Excel. Today, we have with us Ms. Deepshikha Chhabra, who is a learning and organization development professional and is working as an organization transformation consultant at Deloitte. A certified virtual facilitator and a Microsoft Power BI analyst, she is experienced in establishing a digital learning culture, strategizing leadership development, and impacting business through learning interventions. Thank you, Deepshikha, for accepting our invitation for an interview on my channel. Please tell me something more about yourself, especially in your current role.
Sure. Thank you so much for inviting me over. I'm glad to be a part of it. As I mentioned, I am a learning and development professional with close to 4 years of experience in enhancing employee capability, strategizing learning journeys. And currently, I'm working with Deloitte as a consultant in organization transformation. And my role here is more focused on enhancing clients' organizational performance through change management initiatives and strategizing learning journeys for them, which could in turn lead to business impact. Most of the work here revolves around successful implementation of digital transformation tools and, in a layman language, making my users comfortable with whatever new changes that we bring them forward with. So, yeah, so that's in a nutshell a quick brief of what I do.
Okay, so you work on Power BI as well, if I'm correct. So,
Yes.
considering that you did not have much of it when you were doing your post graduation, so how come you actually went into a learned and started working on Power BI? Just a random question.
Sure. So this journey started while I was working with my previous organization, General
Okay.
Stainless. So in that organization, my role was focused on internal learning journeys where we were integrating business with our people development. So
Okay.
in that sense, the data was something which was revolving and was a part of our every initiative and every move that we do for business. So that was a time when I go ahead and used Power BI, got certified on it because Power BI helps, in providing interactive business dashboards. So before
Yes.
that, of course, Excel was my only tool to go with to create all the data analysis and visualizations. But when it came to presenting that data in a business format to my leaders, so I needed some advanced tools and sophisticated tools. So that's how Power BI came into picture.
Okay. So talking about Power BI, which is a part of analytics right now. So analytics is the present and future of the industry. So
True.
what are your views on this?
Well, I guess analytical knowledge has changed dramatically over the last decade. It has helped data-driven organizations to outperform their peer groups and create innovative opportunities. And today we have come a long way where analytics defines modern organizations through collective intelligence. It's raising the bar of business intelligence, if I may say so. So, as the world becomes increasingly digital and data-driven, it's finding its way into everything. For example, take the streaming devices. From the streaming devices to healthcare and e-commerce services, it is influencing our decisions. The smartwatches that we wear, we are getting insights on our health. The OTT platforms today are recommending our watch list. E-commerce websites, they are influencing our shopping decisions. So the examples are limitless, of course. And I guess the future is way beyond from what we are experiencing today. Search-based discovery tools, I would say, they will be getting a lot advanced in future. AI and machine learning, I'll say, become a crucial part in business effectiveness. Like today, we do have personalized learnings through learning experience platforms, but in future, we are discussing how we can integrate gamification with our personalized learning.
Very
We are
correct.
talking about onboarding of employees in a virtual reality, how we can use metaverse for onboarding and learning.
Right.
So these are the few examples I think I foresee in particular my industry in future. And with so much of reliance on data and digital in the modern world, I think analytics is going to be a part of every industry. It's something which we as individuals need to focus on in upskilling ourselves.
Right. So talking about industry specific skills, so since you are in at Deloitte right now, so what specific analytical skills or tools do you think are relevant in today's times? which a student or
Um,
person trying to get into analytics should focus on?
I think that I will speak separately on skills and tools here. Now,
Right.
for specifically human resource management, it's
Uh,
rapidly evolving, and today the prime focus is no longer the human aspect of it.
right.
Professionals are also becoming increasingly reliant on tech and data today. So the main skill today, which I think is relevant for our HR industry, is people analytics or talent analytics, as some may like to call it.
Yes.
And this skill is, I guess, the basic one, which we can get our professional certified on. And it is all about transforming your information into a valuable insight for your business. It entails measuring a return on your human capital investment, be it your leadership analytics, be it your employee performance analytics, or competency acquisition, and so on. So no matter which vertical within HR that you're gonna be interested in, but
Right.
people analytics is, I think, the most relevant analytical skill in this field. Uh, Talking about the analytical tool, there are so many. Uh, Microsoft Excel, I would say, the good old MS Excel is still a thing, and it's not
Mm.
going anywhere. It's still relevant in today's time, widely used amongst corporate, and that's that. Apart from Microsoft Excel, I guess Power BI also comes very handy, and it's a very amazing analytical plus visualization tool.
Right.
So that's another tool which I would recommend, which is still relevant in the industry. And it is very useful if you are into creating interactive dashboards for your business, of presenting the data into a simple language to your business leaders. So
Right.
that's another tool. And I
Right.
have also used Tableau, used by various business analytics. Yeah.
Right. So considering there are so many of these tools available, Deepshika, Microsoft Excel is one, then you have R, Python, you have Tableau, you have Power BI, and so on and so forth. So considering there are so many of them, what an individual who is getting into analytics should try and focus on, specifically from a starting point, from beginning point of
Uh, I would say one of the most important things is, as I mentioned, some data analytics certification will
view?
come very handy. It it helps you keep you at an edge if you're starting a career in analytics.
Hmm.
Um, Along with the certification, the practical application of that tool, whatever that you're certified into, is very important. And it can be with any project that you have taken up in your graduation or post graduation, or any internship that you have taken up in data analytics specifically. So that's one thing. Um, Even if you're not certified on data analytical tool, I guess the intermediate information of MS Excel, being at an intermediate level of basic Excel, also helps. So even if you do not know any other visualization tool or any other programming languages, MS
Hmm.
Excel will also provide you a good solid base to start with.
Right. So talking about certifications and all, you must have seen there are so many of these online platforms which are offering these certifications. For example, you have Udemy, you have Coursera, you have Simply Learn, there's an academy and all. So which of these would you recommend to anybody who is getting into analytics, who is already into analytics and trying to move forward or upskill himself or herself? So what is your take on that?
Of course, there are so many learning experience platforms available, and it can get confusing for a student or a professional. I've been there when I was trying to, take some certifications in.
Hmm.
But my recommendation is that um, Google Data Google Data Certification is one certification that is widely accepted across corporate, and
Right.
it's widely done by the business analysts or professionals in data analytics. And that's one recommendation I would say, and it is available on Coursera. And you will find various other courses related to data analytics tools and visualization tools within that package. So you can pick and choose which one is more relevant to you or which one are you interested in.
Okay.
Personally, I have used Udemy for my Power BI certification. That's also a very basic course that you can do. It provides you a kind of basic knowledge of how you can use Power BI and then uh, create some information out of it. So that's another. Apart from that, LinkedIn Learning, I also feel is another very important tool recommended to everyone. It has various courses on data analytics which you can pick and choose.
Yeah. All right. So these are the certifications and all. Now, let's say there's somebody who's into analytics. So, what kind of opportunities do you foresee in analytics in the next 5 to 10 years for that individual?
So I guess in the next 5 to 10 years, data analytics is gonna be a lot more evolving, you know.
Okay.
So yeah. Um, in terms of opportunities, if I say, then I think what I feel is the field is gonna be evolving. Like for example, I remember reading a report from McKinsey.
Right.
This is gonna be the fastest growing industry. Like 16 to 18% growth is forecasted in it. And with this, there are tons of opportunities that are gonna come up.
Right.
But the key thing to remember here is that as the importance of understanding how the data works, the science behind it is also becoming really accessible. It's more accessible today than it was in the past. So this is gonna be a game changer today, and there is gonna be I would say expansion of big data role titles in the
Mm-hmm.
future and
Mm-hmm.
an establishment of a new pool of analysts, even in the non-tech companies. Like earlier, we say that, okay, in tech-driven companies, there was more focus of data analysts. But today, even in non-tech companies, there are going to be, opportunities for our business analysts or data analysts. And with analysts' positions growing and becoming more widespread across industries, it's probable to branch into even more well-defined branches or roles. So business analyst roles will expand where the roles are no longer going to be focused only on companies' processes or products, but providing a valuable insight related to business. So business integration with that particular data is also very important. And
Yes.
I think there is also going to be a separate pool of data scientists or engineers who are experienced in programming languages and providing insights into our into each business vertical, I would say, not in just an overall business, but into each
Right.
business vertical. So this is going to be the most in-demand profession in the next 5 to 10 years. So yeah, I would say in a nutshell, uh, there would be focused roles of business analysts who are experienced in those visualizations tools and providing insights into business verticals. But there are
Mm.
also going to be another set of opportunities created for our data scientists and engineers who are focused more into the science behind those tools.
So, do you think, talking about data scientists and engineers and all, do you think the academic background is a big factor in deciding whether one should get into analytics or not? Because that is something which the companies are looking at when they come for campus placements and all. So, what is your take on that?
For specifically talking about data scientists and engineers, I feel the background academic is a little bit important.
Mm.
If we talk about business analysts, then the academic background may not be of that much relevance because I
Mm.
am also not, do not have a background of coding or something, but I'm doing well in an analytics field. But if we talk about data scientists or engineers, so that information or the knowledge or an expertise in understanding the programming language, understanding the science behind it, comes in handy.
So, what if somebody wants to get into analytics and he is not that well equipped in terms of doing some kind of programming or has a background in that? So, what you would recommend to him or her?
So if you are having a background in that field, it's good,
Mm.
comes in handy. You have that basic information. Even if you do not, today we have so many courses, so many crash courses which will give you information
Mm.
upfront. You can get certified on all
Mm.
those languages. And today it's easy to use, you know.
Right.
So there is not, it is not a deciding factor if you are going to start your career in data analytics. It
Mm.
can be one of the factors which could contribute to your better
Mm.
success, but of course not a deciding factor as of now.
Okay. All right, Deepshika. So, a quick rapid fire round before we end our interview. I'll be posting some questions and you can answer as per what's your take on that. So,
Sure.
Power BI or Tableau, your preference?
Power BI because it's much easier to use for me.
Yes, because both of them are visualization tools. So I think I've used both of them, but I think Power BI is comparatively much more easier as compared to.
Right.
Yes. Right. All right. Next question: Python or R, the more preferred?
I would say none because I haven't worked on any of them. It
Okay.
was never a need in my profession,
Okay.
so not commenting on it.
Okay. Not a problem. So SQL or Excel or both, the more relevant.
Uh, the more relevant I would say is Excel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's widely used among corporates. Everyone is using it, and it's easier to use. It provides you quick solutions to your data analysis and
Right.
visualizations, which are very basic. So,
Right. Online certifications or internships in analytics, the recommended one.
uh, I would say both.
You say
Because
both.
online certification do provide you the knowledge, but internships provide you that kind of an experience, that practical application of it. So I would say both.
Okay. And last question, if you are a student and given a chance to learn three tools or languages in analytics, which ones will you select?
Power BI for sure.
Hmm.
I would want to go for SQL,
Okay.
because it provides you an edge over the other tools.
Right.
The third one I would say would be one of the programming languages, because when your basics are clear, you'll be able to get through all the troubleshooting which comes with it.
So R or one of R or Python, you are saying.
R or Python, any one of it, yes.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Deepshika. One last question. A few words about our YouTube channel, please.
I think that it's a great initiative that you have started with the YouTube channel, providing that information to students and professionals alike. Although the audience is more of students where they can learn about Excel, the tips and tricks, the functions, and all the other, formulas. But I also feel that as professionals, in today's time, when I am stuck somewhere, I can go and to the YouTube channel and see it. So it's a great initiative and a very good one to provide that information to the students. So hats off.
Thank you so much for your time, Deepshika. Have a great weekend ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure and it was a great interaction. And thank you for inviting me today. All the best for this initiative for your YouTube channel and happy weekend and happy Diwali.
Thank you. Thank you. And same to you. Happy Diwali to you as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.